In Ghana's cities, the roads are no longer just for vehicles. They've become markets, chaotic, crowded, and often dangerous. From Accra to Kumasi, roadside trading isn't just a hustle. It's a sign of a deeper crisis, one of survival, space, and broken urban planning.
You have to pay money before you come to this side. Without paying money, you can't. It'll be like no man's land, and as you there, you have to know, say, like everything can happen to you at any time, because where we are is very terrible, and you have nowhere to go, so you have to manage it.
The world say employment issue Ghana have problem. Employment issue Ghana have problem. Man cannot sit down like that. Man must do something. A lot of youth are trying to do pavement, so baby na kamunya ya kamuni pavement, so by now me say what na fear over there. To be honest with you, kwan ho de enya oda say, but how can we do? There's nowhere to go.
The cars is coming from the down. The cars is coming from the down, so there is no accident. The car is just slowly and come. Maybe if you see when you go from small, you have to drop your distance. That's all. So you don't have any challenges. They just allow us to put markets. Maybe you get something. So we are all just praying. If you have money, you go and get the shop.
These traders don't just occupy the road, they depend on it, but their survival comes at a cost.
The price of a shop to be given to someone who wants to sell items, generally even in Accra market, can be very expensive. And most of the people we see on the streets selling goods and services do not have what it takes just to go and rent a small shop in Accra or Tema. So what they can afford is basically to find themselves on the street to sell the kind of items they want to sell so they can survive. Because like I said earlier, we live in an environment that is unregulated in so many things.
Markets are overcrowded, rent is unaffordable, and the city keeps growing faster than we can plan for.
We can talk about the market conditions. Let's take Agbogbulesi as an example. The infrastructure there is very poor, and they don't have enough, let's say, stores or shops over there to accommodate everybody. So here is the case: these traders, they wish they will be in the market, but let's say the shops prices over there are very high for them to also rent it. And the second is enforcement. Ghana enforcing this regulation on those trading on the streets, another aspect of our lives, is very difficult because of political interference. Because I quite remember, I think somewhere 2021, people were trading along the new constructed bypass at Obichebi. We were trying to get them off the street. We were there and we heard a complaint from the assemblyman that because of so and so it's getting closer to their election. So I think we should just allow the people to be there.
Laws exist, bylaws exist, but without the political will to enforce them, the streets remain occupied. When traders take over the pavements, there is no room left for pedestrians. They are pushed onto the road into harm's way.
Yes, pavement now. What's saying now? Because this is the zebra. That's why I was saying Nante Sumaya on there. But we will say now a dream required. I will never be amfa. And I walk out with son near my figure. Insult to be do at them near the Oko Kabis and I why, I think I know what on your money and you go somewhere.
When you are trading by the pavement, the walkways of pedestrians, it forces the pedestrian to come onto the road and compete with coming vehicles, thereby making vehicles to knock down pedestrians. So when we look at the road traffic regulation, section 117 talks about not permitting hawkers, sellers to display their wares or sell their goods along the road or where the pedestrian crosses or under a traffic light. The enforcement doesn't lie with only one agency. All security services, especially the police who have the mandate to enforce road traffic regulation, have the authority to enforce it.
Trading on roads isn't just illegal, it's deadly, yet it continues day after day.
I believe strongly that we need to organize some of these markets. We need regulations to be able to drive the way things are sold along various streets in the country. And what shops can we make available to these ones? What kind of training can we afford to these people? And what kind of funds can be made available to those who don't even have what it takes? Some of these things can really go a long way to help.
Rules are for movement, but they must serve everyone. Until there are real alternatives, roadside trading will persist. This is more than just a street side hustle. It's a reflection of our failure to build cities that work for everyone. Our work is made possible by your support. If you believe in independent journalism, consider contributing to help us continue bringing you these stories.